Hold up.
Yo, what's going on, guys? It is Foxy298 here. Welcome back to a brand new F1 2016 career mode video for you guys today on my channel. Today we are back with round 2 of my career mode with Williams Racing here for the Bahrain Grand Prix. I hope you guys are having an awesome day and I hope you guys do enjoy the video. And if you do enjoy the video, don't forget to click that like button. It'd be absolutely awesome. Subscribe if you have not yet subscribed already. And if you have subscribed, don't forget to click that bell button to get instant notifications when I upload a video or when I do start a live stream, whenever that may be. So, just quickly wanted to note that my career mode videos from now on will be going ahead on a Wednesday and on a Saturday. Now, I know that's only 2 days a week and you probably want more of it considering it's the most viewed F1 videos that I do, but because of the university timetable that I have and just anything in general, it's just not, I don't have enough time right now, so I'm sticking it to it like this, and if you don't understand and respect that I have university and other stuff to do, then that's not my problem. So, as you can see from the previous Grand Prix, we finished 7th in that race. Not a strong result for Williams, of course, but, you know, we definitely want to pick up the pace for this Bahrain Grand Prix. And, of course, we want to keep our record going because for every single season that we have raced around the Bahrain Grand Prix, we have scored a podium. With McLaren Honda, I got 3rd. With Mercedes, Red Bull and Ferrari, I won the Grand Prix. So with Williams, I want to get on the podium. So anyway, we're doing all the practice programs, which we definitely need to do in order to make sure this car works. And we did get an R&D upgrade, which I believe was downforce for this Williams, because it needs it, basically. It's no other way of saying it. It needs downforce. And that's kind of that. But so we just want to touch on one thing, and that's the subscriber championship transfer window that I set out. Now, at the moment, the option to do a transfer window has shot up in the poll at the moment. I've looked at it and it's like 80% saying it is, so it's most likely going to happen. But someone asked a particular question, I just wanted to bear on it, is that, oh, I'm glad that you're moving every single team. Now, I'm not moving every single team, and not every single team will be moved. So how it's going to work in a full nutshell is everyone will have the option to submit a transfer request or not to submit a transfer request. If, for example, McLaren Honda do not submit a transfer request and someone submits a transfer request to go to McLaren Honda, they will not be allowed to go to McLaren because the two drivers have basically said that they want to stay there. So even though you may submit a transfer request, it may actually be that you don't move to a new team, or maybe just to the team you didn't maybe have as first choice, because that team has two drivers that are happy to stay there. So I just wanted to put that out there. And there's some people that are trying to ask to, you know, go to a team and stuff like that. Like, I will sort out the transfer window, okay? There's people asking, like, this is going to take a lot of planning, you know, and this is going to do this, and it's going to do that, and it's to do this. I will sort out the transfer window. It's my idea. I will sort it out, and that's where we're going to go with that. So, it will take place next Sunday, probably, unless there's a massive vote of no that comes in from out of nowhere. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say about that, really, in terms of the transfer window. But thanks for the response on that yesterday as well. Anyway, into qualifying. We made ourselves comfortably through into Q3. My teammate didn't get into Q3. He set his lap on the soft tyres and completely bottled it and failed to get into Q3. We are going to be starting the Bahrain Grand Prix on the soft tyres. I thought I would try it out. And in qualifying here, you can see that we got P4 on the grid, which I believe is going to drop to about P6, I think. And I'm right. Yes, P6 on the grid, which is not a bad job, actually, because we did get ahead of Max Verstappen in the Red Bull, but we were slower than Hamilton, Ricciardo, Vettel, and Rosberg, and Raikkonen, and who we expected to be slower than, really. But overall, it was a pretty strong qualifying session. Of course, in Australia, I believe we started 6th or 7th, and here in Bahrain, once again, we've started 6th or 7th. But crucially, the gap is a lot closer between myself and the front runners here as we start to smoke Bottas in this rivalry, and the drive position goes all the way to the max. And we're going to listen to the session objectives for Emma, but without further ado, let's get into the main event, which of course is the race for the Bahrain Grand Prix.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and P2 goes to Daniel Ricciardo, a strong showing from the Australian. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Raikkonen, Nico Rosberg and a Williams, Verstappen, Perez, Alonso and Jenson Button, Bottas, Sainz, Romain Grosjean and Kvyat, Gutierrez, Hülkenberg, Jolyon Palmer and Marcus Ericsson, Magnussen and Harry Anto, Pascal Wehrlein and Felipe Nasser starts from the back of the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Right then guys, as you can see, we're on the grid here for the Bahrain Grand Prix. We've got a bit of a weird strategy here, and that is to start on the soft tyres, move to the super soft tyres, and then move on to the medium compound tyres for the end of the race. So what I decided to do is I was going to decide to just switch that up a little bit and do the soft tyres to the medium compound tyres to the super soft tyres. And that meant that if I couldn't get the medium compound tyres all the way to the stint to the super soft tyres, it meant that I have the backup choice of going on soft tyres for the end of the race, which in effect means that I will not be on the slowest tyre compound at the end of the race. So I've sort of given myself a little bit of options towards the end of the race. And as you can see here on the formation lap, I do my own traditional cheesy thing of just overtaking everyone at the start of the formation lap because it's funny and I like it. And that sounded really gay. Anyway, as you can see, we're on the grid here now for this Bahrain Grand Prix. We've got 5 red lights here for the Bahrain Grand Prix, and it is lights out where we go here for the Bahrain Grand Prix. It's not been a bad start from us this time. Better start than last time here. And as you can see, we're going to slot into the slipstream here of Raikkonen, and we've got a Ricardo, I believe, that is trying to make a move on us here. And now down the inside here of that 4 wide here into turn 1. This is not going to go well for someone here, but luckily we're on the outside, and you can see that we managed to funnel our way through, and we're up into 3rd already in this Bahrain Grand Prix. So a stunning start from us here. Hamilton leads the way. Raikkonen, I believe, that is in 2nd. Myself is in 3rd. Then we've got Vettel from Rosberg. So Rosberg has dropped down the order quite considerably, actually, considering where he started on the grid here. So I probably messed up my grammar, but that's useful, and I do it all the time. So as you can see here, through the first sector, we're actually struggling a bit here. Now Vettel very close to us here, but luckily we do manage to stay in front of Vettel as he just can't get the move. Then as you can see, we've got a lot of understeer at the moment on these soft tyres. Vettel on softs as well. Raikkonen's on super softs, and Hamilton, crucially, who is on pole and leading this race, is on soft tyres. On to lap 2 of the Grand Prix now, and as you can see, we've actually got some good pace here. Hamilton sets the fastest lap, Raikkonen sets the fastest lap, and then I go and smash the fastest lap of the Grand Prix so far. So, in the early phases of this race, I've got some pace in this car, and I quite like that, you know, I like having some pace here. But as you can see, look, Raikkonen had some move down the inside of Lewis Hamilton. I don't know if he made that move stick, actually. I'm not quite sure. He didn't make the move stick. Hamilton stays in front, but they have held each other up quite a treat here. And I'm right on the back of the pair of them here. And I'm down the inside into turn 4. Can we make a move for the lead of the Bahrain Grand Prix? We do, in fact, make a move on Raikkonen and on Hamilton. But Hamilton sticks it round the outside. We're going to have to fend off Hamilton here. Down the inside into the S section here. And we make our way through. And we're now into the lead of the Bahrain Grand Prix. What a stunning start we have had to this Bahrain Grand Prix. We started 6th, we got off the line and went up into 3rd, and now we're into the Leaders Grand Prix, but it's not quite going our way just yet here. Lewis Hamilton fancies around us here, coming up towards up the hill towards turn 4 here, braking nice and late down the inside here. We're going to defend nicely from Lewis Hamilton, and we're just going to try and make sure to keep the car on the track here. Hamilton's still right behind us, but we are still in good nick at the moment in this Grand Prix. Not doing a bad job here. On to lap 6 of the Grand Prix now, and Hamilton is back on our tail again, this time in a different location. They're straight towards the pit straight, so sort of the back straight maybe, I don't really know. But as you can see here, Hamilton's going to go to the outside line here. It's Mercedes versus Mercedes powered cars here, and down the inside we can fend off Lewis Hamilton quite nicely there. And as we make our way down the pit straight now, you can see Hamilton will have the DRS on us, which is going to give him a considerable straight line speed advantage. But you can see that my Williams powered car is not shy in a straight line. And as you can see, down the inside of Lewis Hamilton, we're going to once again defend, braking a little bit later, sort of making my car as wide as possible into turn 1 to stop Hamilton from making any other secondary moves. But on the hill and the run up towards turn 4, we're once again going to defend the inside line. Hamilton tucks in behind us, but then I go back onto the racing line as I made my one defensive move, and then it was easy enough for me to cover that side and go through. So Verstappen set the fastest lap just at the end of that clip. But we're still carrying on here on lap 7, and Hamilton is still right behind us. So that Mercedes-Benz now is definitely the fastest car on the grid. And now it's up to me to defend against Hamilton in a duel in the desert. And you can see that we defend down the inside of Hamilton here in that DRS zone there, and we can carry on 4th in this Grand Prix as our tyres, I believe, are quite worn down at the moment. They're not in a very good shape. And again, we're going to put the car into rich fuel mixture, go away from the slipstream here, and you can see Hamilton's not tucking into my slipstream, and I'm actually pulling away a little bit there. So I'm going to tuck my car back onto the racing line so we can take a nice clean line through the final corner and then onto the back straight here. And as you can see, I was actually trying to call to pit on that lap, on lap 7, but unfortunately I kind of messed it up, so we're going to have to wait another lap and then pit then. So that's what we're going to do. Is Hamilton here with the DRS is actually getting quite close to us here. Round the outside, will he make the move stick? Not quite, unfortunately, for Hamilton. It's kind of a bit of a a guessing move, really. Sort of like a bit of a wariness to say, like, look, I'm here, I'm in my Mercedes, and I will overtake you at some point. And again, he slips through me here. He's actually got a good run into turn 4 this time. He's going to give him the space, but eventually he just didn't quite have enough of the car in front to make that move. On to lap 8 of the Grand Prix now, and this is the pit stop lap that we are going to do. So unfortunately, I didn't actually get the soft tyres to the distance that I wanted to get them to. However, neither did Lewis Hamilton. He's actually coming into the pits at the same time as me. So if I stayed out to try and make my stint stretch a little longer, may have actually cost me in this Grand Prix. So as you can see, we're going to chuck on those medium compound tyres. But unfortunately, the Mercedes-Benz crew actually got a bit of a pit stop. And now Hamilton's in front of us. So all that work that I've done to keep Lewis Hamilton back behind me has kind of been thrown out the window. And another problem, Lewis Hamilton is actually on the soft tyres, whereas I'm on the medium compound tyres, which means Hamilton's going to be even faster. And that's kind of thrown my race out the window here. As Raikkonen goes around the outside into turn 1 here, I actually hit too much of the curb, and Raikkonen has made the undercut work on us very well indeed. Raikkonen started on those super soft tyres. He's now set in the medium compound tyres. Fair play to Raikkonen. He's now in front of us as well, so more trouble for us. But I'm going to reduce that trouble, and down the inside into turn 4, we make move stick on Kimi Raikkonen, who's got a nice gaggle of cars behind him, actually, in this Grand Prix. On to lap 9, though, you can see Hamilton pulling away. On to lap 10 of the Grand Prix now, and Raikkonen is behind us, and we're catching up to Carlos Sainz in P5, who is yet to make a pit stop. But unfortunately, Alonso's out of this Grand Prix, and we're going to find out why. So he just stops and crashes into one of the Red Bull. Okay, how is he out of the Red? Oh, incoming manna to the mouth. Bloody hell. That was Rio Haryanto coming in at a rocket speed here, as Alonso just stops, and Haryanto is just like, screw you, and just destroys him. So we've got 2 Red Bulls. Oh, and a Sauber just goes through and says bye. Okay, that's weird. Don't know what happened there. So we've got 2 Red Bulls that spun around. Alonso stopped and hit the rear of one of the Red Bulls. Haryanto came and clattered Alonso. Pascal Wehrlein then went into the back of his teammate, and the Sauber said, alright, thanks, I'll take 5 places, and on and away he went. Anyway, further on into the Grand Prix, though, we're attacking Carlos Sainz here, as Raikkonen goes tail happy there on the pit straight, as he actually loses a bit of his front wing there, as he actually hit the rear of Sainz, trying to make his move on Sainz. We actually make the move on Sainz, which is perfect for us in this Grand Prix, and in fact, Raikkonen didn't get the move stick on Carlos Sainz, which means that we've actually now got a bit of a buffer. So Carlos Sainz, I thank you very much. You can now hold up Raikkonen, and I'll just go on in the race. And now I've got a nice buffer. We can carry on forwards, and really? Really, Sainz? You're out of the race? This literally just happened as I was explaining how you were going to be my buffer. You were going to hold up Raikkonen, and I was going to shoot off into the sunset, and your bloody engine Thanks, Sainz. Thank you very much. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Now I've got Raikkonen to deal with. But on to lap 12 of the Grand Prix, and we're still carrying on here. Now Magnussen's out of the race, so we're starting to hit a phase here where everyone is retiring from this Bahrain Grand Prix. Let's have a look at Magnussen and see what happened to this poor old Dutchman. Dutchman? Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm just going to stop talking forever now after I just said that. Unfortunately, it's an engine failure for Kevin Magnussen, not the Dutchman. As you can see here, on to lap 19 of the Grand Prix, we've now got Hamilton behind us. Is that Hamilton directly behind us? I'm not 100% sure, if I'm honest. If only I looked backwards. No, that's Vettel behind us, sorry. So Hamilton's actually in third. So, this is the phase of the Grand Prix now. So we're on the medium compound tyres, and we're now making the switch to the soft tyres. Hamilton has now pitted already for a set of medium. Quite frankly, Hamilton's gone. The win in this Grand Prix is out of the window. We're not winning this Grand Prix for sure. Hamilton's gone by now. And the face of this Grand Prix now is, can we get a podium in this race? So, as you can see, we're coming out of the pit exit now. It was quite a nice pit stop, actually. We didn't lose out to the Ferrari of Vettel. But, oh, look at that. It's that Kimi Raikkonen. Yeah, has he undercut us again? Yeah, he kind of has, really. That's great. Thanks, Raikkonen. So, as you can see, we're going to have to overtake Raikkonen again, and I think you can kind of tell what's coming. So we're going to slipstream Kimi Raikkonen here on the run up towards turn 4. And we're just going to go for a super duper uber duper dive bomb. Excuse me, coming through, and we're through nice and comfortably there into turn 4. And that is us up into second place now in this Grand Prix. On to lap 22 of the Grand Prix, and we've got another yellow flag situation behind us, and that's actually caused a virtual safety car to come out, and the DRS has been disabled, and my teammate Bottas is out of this Grand Prix, so rest in peace, Bottas. What's happened to Bottas? We've got 2 Haas's here, one's just spun around, and then one's... Okay, that's just weird and makes no sense to me at all. So, 2 Haas drivers, so Gutierrez and Grosjean are battling here. So Grosjean taps Gutierrez, so that spins him around. Gutierrez slides on the track and just wipes out Bottas. So Bottas, unfortunately, just an innocent bystander and all of that. and just got wiped out by the Haas drivers. Good tactics there from the Haas team. But anyway, on to lap 24 of the Grand Prix, and Sebastian Vettel now on the Ferrari is very, very fast in this stage of the race, and fancies to run us here. So around the outside into the final corner, he's actually going to try and make the move stick, but we actually do a very nice defensive move there and cover ourselves from Vettel. And crucially, that's going to cover us from DRS as well from Vettel. Now, Vettel will close right up onto us with DRS, but we don't need to defend from him. On to lap 25 of the Grand Prix now, and Vettel is even closer. And once again, it's going to make an attack on the back straight. We're just going to call it the back straight from now on. And as you can see, the back straight towards the final corner, you can see Vettel is losing time to us, and then eventually, as soon as he then tucks into my slipstream, I'm actually going to move over and take my racing line into the final corner. So it's a very nice strategy that I've worked out here. Because this Williams is actually very, very solid at defending. Because it's a Mercedes-powered car. It's overpowered. It's quick. And as you can see here, Vettel with the DRS closes, and he's not close enough to make a move. So sorry, Seb, you're not close enough to make that move here in this Grand Prix, as we're battling now for P2 in this Grand Prix. We've got a nice, comfortable gap, actually. So this is really just a battle for who's going to get higher up on the podium here. So Vettel side by side into turn 4, and we're going to make this move round the outside. He's going to try and make the move round the outside. We make the move down the inside into turn 4 and defend nicely from Sebastian Vettel, as I believe Hulkenberg was actually in 4th. On to the end of lap 26. Once again, we're going to take our nice clean line into the final corner, which is going to give us the best run towards the pit straight. However, Vettel has got a solid run out of that corner, and as you can see here, he's in a perfect position here. DRS is wide open for the Ferrari driver here, and as you can see, powering his way through on lap 27. Will he make this move stick? Little tap there on the side pod, and we break nice and late down the inside of Sebastian Vettel, and we make that move stick nice and cleanly and nice and fair. Good racing between myself and Vettel as we have an epic duel here in the desert, and you can see my tyres are wearing down fast onto the end of lap 27. Again, oh look, it's the back straight again. That doesn't surprise me where Vettel makes his moves. As you can see here, Vettel's actually a lot closer this time, and we're actually going to defend the outside line into the final corner. Yes, I'm defending the outside line. Oh my god, Foxy's a genius here. And we actually make a little contact there with Vettel as he actually turned into my side pod, so thanks, Seb, for that. But as you can see here, now we're going to defend the inside line. Boo, boring me. And as you can see here, Vettel now with the DRS is going to come flying through here. And yeah, sorry Seb, you're way in front. But we are going to go nice and late on the brakes here, and we're going to defend, and we may have run wide a bit, but Seb actually locked up as well, so that's kind of useful. So not only did I lock up the brakes into turn 1, so did Vettel. Reminds me of Hamilton and Rosberg in Bahrain in 2014. And on to lap 28 of the Grand Prix now. We are further on into this race, and Vettel has now got the DRS in the DRS deployment, but the other DRS zone, so he's now trying literally everywhere to get past here. So Vettel on the inside line here, we're going to defend the outside line, braking nice and late, going to give Vettel the room that he wants and the room that he needs, but we do fend off Vettel. So for those that say I don't defend around the outside, I proved my point. And as you can see here, we are still in front of Vettel, but the battle still continues here as Vettel is still right behind us here in the closing stages of this Bahrain Grand Prix, as I nearly said Abu Dhabi then. And as you can see here, Vettel very, very close to us, and again, I don't need to defend the inside line, so I'm going to move back onto the track, defend, well, not really defend any lines, but let's just take a nice clean line. And Vettel, though, however, is still right up my backside, and he's got a very good run this time. So onto lap 29, we defend heavily on the inside line here, tuck in to just sort of say hello to Seb a bit, but he's got the move on us, but we're not done with him just yet. Down the inside of Sebastian Vettel, a little bit of tap in there. Vettel's still there, so I'm going to give him the room that he thoroughly deserves, and Vettel's still there, and this time, unfortunately, he holds off. So we're definitely giving some good battles here with Vettel in this final stages, and braking nice and late down the inside into turn 4. Actually, not down the inside, we just took the turn 4 as comfortably as we want. And now we can just ride on board with this final lap here as we just look to try and defend every sector that Seb attacks us in. Hamilton is very far out in this Grand Prix, so he's definitely won this race. So well done, Hamilton. I might as well congratulate him now in this race. So as you can see here, we're still defending from Vettel, and he's still just trying to find any sort of route to get back past and take the second place away from me in this Grand Prix, but it's just not going to happen. I've just got too much in hand here, and Vettel is just going to have to wait. You can see we're defending the inside line here. Vettel with the DRS, he's actually not even close enough for the overtake here. So as you can see, round the outside, we round the outside, whatever you want to call it. You can see that we're just still defending from Vettel. We're just doing our own thing here, and we're just doing this nice and calmly, nice and comfortable, not making stupid mistakes under the pressure here. Congratulations to Lewis Hamilton. He is the race winner for the Bahrain Grand Prix in this race. But Vettel here is still very close to us. He's now going to start tucking into our slipstream. Again, we're just going to take our nice, normal, clean line, Vettel's going to have to take a little obscure line there as he went slightly towards the inside of the circuit. And that is going to be us done for this Bahrain Grand Prix. So we're going to come across the line here and we're going to take a fantastic second place in this Bahrain Grand Prix. A fabulous result for me and Williams Racing, of course. That is our first podium of the season, and quite frankly, we've made one upgrade, which is the downforce, and we're still 4th in the vehicle performance comparison chart. And we've come through and got second place, so I'm ecstatic with that result. Lewis Hamilton takes home the victory, which I believe is the first victory for Mercedes-Benz this season. So that's a very good result. In terms of my race pace, I had really good race pace. I had some stunning race pace, actually. Qualifying was a little bit poor for myself, I'm going to be honest about it, but in the race, you know, we got a strong start. We were the fastest driver on the circuit. We overtook both Raikkonen and Hamilton. Hamilton fought back and attacked me. Out of the pits then, we lost out to Raikkonen, got straight back past him. Hamilton then had the race pace to just go and surrey off into the distance. That's a new word now. And he was just gone, never seen him ever again. Raikkonen and had a good battle then with Vettel towards the end of the race. But I was able to hold him off. So really, I had some really good race pace around Bahrain. And once again, as you can see, we managed to keep our 100% podium record around Bahrain, which kind of shows that Bahrain is a very, very strong circuit for myself, and I'm really proud of that. And unfortunately, it's not on the race calendar for the Subscriber Championship, which would have been brilliant, but it isn't. In terms of the driver standings, though, Hamilton leads the way. I don't actually show the top of it. It would be nice if I did show the top of it. Foxy, can you do that for me? Thank you very much. Vettel is in 2nd, Verstappen 3rd, and then I am in 4th in the championship. In terms of the constructor standings, we stay 5th in the championship, but we've definitely closed up on our nearest rivals thanks to a very strong podium. So guys, that's going to wrap it up then for today's video. If you guys did enjoy the video, don't forget to click that like button like I said at the start of the video, and subscribe if you have not yet subscribed to my channel. That would be absolutely amazing if you do. And don't forget to click that bell button for instant notifications when I do upload a video. So guys, that's going to wrap it up here, and we're going to make an upgrade, I think, which is going to be a chassis weight for the Chinese Grand Prix. So until then guys, I'll see you on Saturday for the Chinese Grand Prix. Take care all, peace.